So like, I live alone, and so like, so I was making this, and I felt good because like, I thought I did it. I was like, oh, she don't need no man, she's independent, but I messed up on it, and like, why is it wobbly? I have to fix it. I need a man.
I think I just literally said this because like I went to an event for another influencer. I'm not going to name names. And the women that showed up to this event, I was just a spectator.
Okay.
I was like, honestly, like, women, we need to do better. Like, I was getting really upset at the that they were saying to this person because I was like, what the like, no self-respect I felt. Like
what?
Literally just no awareness about what we need in order to be even dating.
When you step over into marriage, there is a heavier responsibility that comes there. Your moral reasoning is tested to the highest degree, and it takes a level of spiritual, emotional, and intellectual maturity to sustain a marriage. And that is something that a lot of people in relationships, because they feel like in relationships, we can leave. Oh, in marriage, you ain't leaving, you fighting. And if you leave, you live with the guilt of leaving prematurely. We can't do things preemptively in marriage. We got to think that stuff through, because if not, we hurt the other person. If we hurt the other person, we got to deal with it.
A lot of men have checked out after dealing with a lot of foolishness from modern women, and they're upset about that.
No, I love voices. A man's voice does it for me. In fact, that's the same for most women, because women are very sensory. So I can close my eyes, I could be in hospital, and if a doctor approaches me and says, hi Zara, what's wrong? I have this picture in my head, and then the actual image ruins it afterwards. Like when I had my teeth done at the dentist, there was this man with the most amazing accent, but then when I actually opened my eyes and saw him, it kind of like, it didn't match up. But what I'm saying here is that the accent is so important. So if you send loads and loads of voice notes to the person you're dating, creme de la creme.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
So you said that your husband paid all the bills? Mm-hmm. Including your phone bill? Mm-hmm. Your gas? Mm-hmm. He paid for your car. So you don't gotta do nothing. You don't pay for nothing. Later, you're just working here for fun. You work here for fun? Where the did you get this man? Nah, for real, like, in my culture, all men are like that. He cleans and cooks for you too? He doesn't clean, he cooks for me. Oh, and we get a cleaner. You got a cleaner? He pays for it. Is he pay? Bro, what the am I doing in life, bro?
And when you see men checking out, that's because respect, well, I should say disrespect has run rampant far too long.
One thing I cannot stand is a man that likes that I work hard. Like, I currently work like 55 plus hours a week, okay? And I cannot stand when I'm talking to a man. I'm like, yeah, I'm still working. And they're like, oh, I just love your drive. I love that about you. Ew, you're not the one for me, babe. I want a man that sees me working hard and is like, this isn't for you. Like, I want a man that wants me to have a soft life. I'm going to work still because I have worked really hard to get where I am with my career, and I have a 10-year plan, and there's something I want to do with my life, and I'm not giving up until I do it. But it's the principle. Like, I don't want you to want me to work. It's disgusting.
You did challenge. I go choose my kid to Balenciaga with a shoulder, so we don't really bother. Yeah, yeah, can't roll now. Every day we the same. Check my own program. I did high on the hill. Yeah, I know you're right. So every day we the party. Yeah, yeah, can't roll now. Every day we the chill. Rockstar made it.
Authentic mix.
You know, modern women have all these excuses and all of these things to cope. It's a coping mechanism. It's a way for you to escape accountability and try to hide from the things that you've done wrong in the relationship.
All right, y'all. So serious question, right? Why is it that the new generation of men want to be pursued? Like, they want women to chase after them in order for them to feel like a woman is worthy of them chasing her or pursuing her or going out their way to make her feel special. Like, when was it a thing for a man to automatically feel like he's the prize? Like, is it a money thing? Is it like, I don't like that. Like, y'all very sassy. Like, y'all want to be women so bad. And I'm not bashing all men. All men don't act like that. So don't come in my comments trying to go crazy. But I just really want to know, like, this has been on my mind so heavy lately. Like, men really want you to pursue them and to do the utmost to prove that you really want to mess with them or you really want to, you interested or what. Ew. Where's your balls? See?
You know, a lot of men are noticing that fairness is really one-sided. And at that point in time, if it's always going to go your way, there's no reason for me to be involved or play along with it.
Yes, women cheat too. And a woman who is a slave to her lust will never be faithful to you. And it's not because she doesn't like you, but it's because she doesn't control herself. If she needs constant attention, if she's always entertaining options, if she's addicted to validation, if she always outside, always flirting with somebody, always looking for a vibe, that's not freedom. That's lack of discipline. And you cannot build with that. A ring won't fix it. A good man won't fix it. Love won't fix it. Because the issue isn't you. It's her habits. If she hasn't mastered her impulses, she will always move off of feeling. And feelings change. Today she's all in and tomorrow she confused. Next week she entertaining something new. That's not a loyal woman. That's a woman led by desire. Faithfulness is not about gender. It's about self-control. And if she doesn't have it before you, she won't have it with you.
When a woman explicitly tells you what she wants, what she's doing is giving you instructions on how to make her feel admired so that she can the guy who ignores all of it. Women have mastered the art of promoting the behavior that makes them look virtuous socially, while only rewarding the behavior that excites them behind closed doors. The script that they hand to men is a script that guarantees that men hand over all the power to them. The compliant man thinks that he's being noble. He thinks he's taking the high road of emotional transparency. He's not signaling respect, he's signaling availability. And the marketplace punishes availability every time. Women aren't confused, they're not stupid. They know that the men who follow these instructions will never be the men that they are obsessed with. They're deliberately building a roster of unthreatening options while reserving their desire for men who do not play by their rules. Just know, if a woman makes the rules, the game is designed for you to lose. You can listen to what they say or you can pay attention to what they choose. Don't say I didn't tell you so.
Seems like for these modern women, they can do whatever they want. Same rules that, or the rules that I'm putting on you, they're not going to apply to me. And modern women have gotten bold about this and said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
So we've been hanging out for like 2 months now. Yeah, which has been great. You know, texting all the time, seeing each other almost every day. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to date anyone else. And I was just wondering if you were ready to officially say we're a couple. Oh, I mean, I don't think we need to put like a label on it, you know? Oh, I mean, we're having such a good time together, you know? Like, let's not ruin that. Do you have like a timeline on when you would feel comfortable being exclusive? Not really. I just like to see where things take us, you know? Okay. So I'll see you back at my place tonight? No, unfortunately, I won't be able to continue seeing you anymore. What? Why? Because I'm looking for someone to have a committed relationship with. We see each other all the time. You know I like you. Why are you pressuring me like this? I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm trying to allow you to live your life however you want to. And while this is still really sad for me, I need to honor and respect my standards and needs as well. So you're going to break up with me over something stupid like a label. Well, it's not stupid to me, and I can't break up with you because you literally just told me we're not together.
A lot of these modern women want a man to open up. They want a man to be his true, open self. But you don't really give a man space to land. And so I'm not going to be opening up if you're not really a safe person to be around.
Men aren't approaching women anymore because women no longer know how to flirt. They're not giving cues and signals. They're not flipping their hair behind their ear. They're not looking at the man and doing a little wave. They're not smiling. They're not finding an excuse to get close to him or touch him. Women are walking around looking very mean in many instances. And then they get online and they be like, well, why are no men approaching us in public? Because they don't know that it's safe to approach you. Here's the other issue. If a man approaches women today that woman is not attracted to, that's not her type. The woman comes online and makes a video saying, oh my God, I'm so disgusted. A hideous man came up to me and approached me today. And I'm like, sir, do you see you and do you see me? It's a humiliation ritual. So if women want men to approach them and men are like, well, listen, man, I don't want to be accused of being a creep, then women are going to have to do a better job of flirting and letting the men that they are attracted to know that they are attracted to him. If you don't let a man know that, hey, man, I'm interested in you, I want you to come and talk to me by flirting or making eye contact or doing something to get his attention, then he's going to go about his day. Because men are not out here trying to get accused of being a creep or accused of harassing a woman. You guys got to understand that. So stop complaining and actually start flirting women if you want men to approach you. It's really that simple.
These messages literally perpetuate the problem that our society faces with dating, relationships, and loneliness. If we are telling other people to isolate and to not be in relationship and to protect our hearts from being vulnerable, from putting ourselves out there, if we're trying to create conditions that are the most optimal ways to live, where we never get hurt, we never face rejection, we are literally never going to grow, build resilience, and build the skill sets to regulate our own emotions. And that is literally what life is about. It's learning how to regulate your emotions, because 99% of things in life we cannot control for and we cannot predict. So what you've got to focus on is how do you create a sense of inner joy and inner peace despite what's going around you. So staying single and isolating yourself from relationships that are beautiful and like foundational to the human experience, that doesn't increase your peace. That actually just makes you more depressed, because humans are wired to connect. And frankly, we shouldn't be outsourcing our peace onto anything or anyone else. Like, you need to learn how to create that for yourself and create your own sense of joy and internal feelings of joy. So it's comments like these that are deeply troubling to see and are really not helping anyone.
I mean, once again, we go back to that saying, women start off the relationship doing what 0%, and men start off doing like 100% or something like that. And then over time, the woman is supposed to increase her level of effort to 100%. But by that time, the man is at 50%. Well, yeah, makes sense, because you weren't doing anything for God knows how many years.
No high value, high earning, masculine man is going to choose a woman that has a bunch of guy friends. It's not going to happen. Show me one.
And let's be clear too, like, there's an exception to all the rules.
Yes.
Right? So we meet them, all that stuff. But if you again as exact, like, you're hyped over this, I'm cutting them all off.
Period.
You're not about to fight me, go back and forth, raise your voice, tell me no over some dude. Never.
Who is some dude?
Your male best friend, the guy who telling you to pop out, he got a section, whatever the situation.
I don't have friends that do that. All of my male friends are either they're male Christian, God, faith-centered men. Like, they don't go to the clubs, they not smashing hoes, they not doing all that. They either married, marriage-minded, or whatever. Like, I'm not hanging out with men that will get me in a situation where I may cheat on my husband.
It's not about cheating, it's about respect. And I feel like if you have a bunch of male friends in a relationship, you don't respect them.
I didn't say a bunch of male friends, but I have my one or two, because again, for me in my life, I can't account for anybody else. For me in my life, I don't have no male protection in my life. I don't got no guard dogs.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. This is my question. Tell me one woman.
I don't know that many women to answer that question.
80% of single men aren't dating anymore. Not because they can't, because they're done trying. Most men learned the hard way that effort is no longer rewarded, it's exploited. They watched consistency get labeled as boring, commitment treated as weakness, and boundaries punished with silence. So they adapted. Modern dating taught men one lesson clearly. The more you invest early, the less you're valued. Psychologists call it reward imbalance. When input consistently outweighs outcome, motivation collapses. A 2023 Pew study showed single men are far more likely than women to say dating is exhausting and not worth the effort. Men didn't become lazy. They became strategic. They saw. Attention given freely to men who did nothing. Loyalty mocked as desperation. Rejection framed as self-growth. Standards rise while accountability vanished. So men redirected their energy into work, into solitude, into discipline, into control. Stoic philosophy calls this withdrawal of investment from unstable systems. When a system no longer rewards virtue, the wise man disengages. This isn't bitterness, it's pattern recognition. Men aren't chasing because chasing stopped making sense. They're not lonely, they're selective. They're not afraid of women, they're tired of games. Silence isn't weakness, it's a response to disrespect. And the men who walked away, they didn't lose value, they reclaimed it.
It is the women that loved us the most, the women that treated us the best, the women that cared the most for us. Those are the women that we give the most to, traumatize the most, and mistreat the most in these relationships. And what usually ends up happening is this. Those women loved us so much and cared about us so much, they have a special place in our heart. And it is not until they get ready to leave, go, break up with us that we want to get out together and start doing the right things. However, we've traumatized them and mistreated them so bad that by the time we get to that point that we want to do right and we want them, they through with us. They don't know how to love us. They don't know who we are. They don't know if we're this man that has mistreated them for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or if we are really this guy that showed up now as a knight in shining armor and really wants to do right. They're confused here. They don't know if he's this guy or if he's this guy. So I'm saying to you all, it's a thin line between love and hate. These women really do love us. However, they get tired. So don't wait until she's tired to get your together.
Men don't want to marry an obese woman, not even just because of the way it looks. When you're worrying about choosing a mate and this person is supposed to carry your child and your body is not able to do it, why would I choose someone who's in a state that is directly related to every single health complication? Every health issue becomes more of an issue when you're obese. I can't figure out what kind of man would choose a carrier that is physically compromised. And not to mention the habits you would instill in this child. The habits, the behaviors, the lifestyle. I can't imagine choosing that. Now, I'm a fitness person, so of course not. But even as an average person who even just likes yourself, so let's go beyond the kids. Are you even gonna be around? We're supposed to do this for life. You got about how many more years huffing and puffing up the stairs? When you sit down on the couch and it's like, you need to get some water, you like, I'll do without it. Matter of fact, you don't even drink water. It's Coca-Cola and grape soda. But you want somebody to sign up with you for life? You look like you're about to cut it short. You opting out. If you big, you opting out of a long life. You just opted out. This man about to be a widow dealing with your high blood pressure. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That was too much.
Women can do it on their own. We don't have to shut the up, bro. If that's what you like, then get what you like, and good luck. I hope you find it. I like something else, and I hope I find it too. Good luck to both.
Name me one billionaire outside of Oprah that did it on her own.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
There isn't one. Hey, I'll tell you about the richest women in the world. Google it. Guess where they got their riches from? Divorce. That means they didn't do it on their own. Success is a team sport, no matter how you think about it. A man needs a woman. Hold on. A man needs a woman just as much as a woman needs a man. This all a woman can do it by themselves is what's wrong with the culture today. I can look at you and say, your strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. And that's value to me. How is it so hard for you to see the value in me, though? I understand that you got a Benz. I got a Benz, too. I have value, too. We can see the value in women. But as soon as women start getting some money, it's like they forget who the goddamn put them in position to make. The last time I checked, most of these businesses that these women are making all this money for were ran and owned by men. OnlyFans, you know who made that? I'm in. Lip gloss, you know who made that? I'm in. Hair weave, you know who created that? I'm in. Mercedes-Benz, I'm in. So how are y'all getting so high strung on your high horses about you don't need a when everything of your existence was created by man?
Men don't just change because they were using you. They changed because you started to use them. Not to say that you are doing it on purpose, but men are not stupid. They see what you're doing. They see past that. They see that you're playing games. They see that your communication skills are a bit immature, and you cannot blame him for his reaction over that. And I'm saying this with a lot of love. I love women. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass. Sometimes they piss me off. Sometimes I argue with them. But I love y'all because you guys have so much. You have so much potential in who you are. And if you don't use it, you're going to set yourself up for failure and misery. And you do not want to be the type of female who has misery. If I did not care about you, I would not be spending my energy, my emotions, and my time into all of this. If this person was good enough for you to date or talk to or sleep with, then this person is also good enough to work through things with and make sure it works out. This man was never a waste of time because you know deep down in your heart, he's a good person. You have all the proof already. Don't fuck that up. Apologize. Take accountability. Continue to communicate. That's it.
I remember my grandfather telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said, men are not complicated. He said, I'm just going to break it down to you. He told me, he said, men have a physical appetite, a visual appetite, and an emotional appetite. And for a minute, I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I got older, it really started to click. It always stayed with me. He said, physically, you need to make sure that you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, then find out how to cook. And if you can't, then at least have a meal on the stove or in the stove by the time he get there that's warm, especially if that man is taking care of the household. He said, it don't take a lot of work. He said it don't. And I watched my grandmother do it. I watched her do it, so I know that I'm capable. He said a visual appetite. He said, keep yourself up. He said, if you're the only woman that this man is going to be with, at least keep yourself up. He said, because men still need to be stimulated visually, so that way they can crave you. He said, and yeah, he said, love will still be there. He said, and although your looks will fade, you the one woman that he wants to look at. Give him something, excite him, make him imagine something, tease him, right? And then there's my grandfather told me, he said that, yes, visually you can stimulate a man. He said, but don't forget that men are in nature. He said, and so they're going to want to do what they want to do to their woman. You're the only woman that he's sleeping with. You're the only woman that he desired. Take some time out of y'all day. He said, look, if y'all got to share the responsibilities, share the responsibilities. You both do things in the house so that way when the kids are down, y'all both can bathe and oil each other down and do what y'all need to do. He said, that's going to help y'all connect. And then last one, he said, men do have an emotional appetite. He said, all men want to feel is appreciated, understood, heard. That's it. He said, just listen to him. You don't got to talk much. Just listen. He always told me that men are not that complicated. He's absolutely right.
Here's something that has pissed me off ever since the first time I ever stepped foot in a lab and started to understand a little bit about chemistry. We spend so much money on water that we do not even drink. What's that? When you buy laundry detergent or hand soap or like some spray cleaner, that's just like solids dissolved in water. So why don't we just buy the solids, which would then require far less packing materials, shipping these big bottles all around, far less plastic. Just buy that and then dissolve it in a reusable container in water. Why don't we do it that way? Why don't we do it that way? I honestly think it's all marketing. Like, it feels more magical to buy like this secret thing that was created for you than to like dissolve a thing in some stuff. But it's just stuff dissolved in water. This has always pissed me off. And I am living my dream right now because I'm finally working on a solution. It's called EcoGeek. It's a line of eco-friendly cleaning products that are good and safe and high quality, and you can get them now. And also all of the profit gets donated to the Coral Reef Alliance because they're protecting some of the most important places on Earth. And that is more important than Procter & Gamble's profit margin. Join me in this revolution where we stop spending so much water and fuel in shipping water around in plastic bottles, and instead we send you much less stuff that you can dissolve in your own water in your lovely reusable bottle that we send you. It's a new product line at Good Store, which you can find at good.store. And Good Store is a store where all the profit gets donated to charity.
You guys look so intimidating. My goodness. It's a compliment, right? Wait, come here for a second. I do like, look, I like the polka dots for some reason.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's like, I might have like ADHD or something, and it like caught my attention.
It caught your attention?
Yeah.
No, I love your shirt too.
Oh, you like it? Hell yeah. Do you think I should throw on some pants or no? Do I look handsome enough just with shorts?
Yeah.
Good enough?
Yeah, I think you look handsome.
Cold approach mistakes. Breaking eye contact first. Whoever looks away first is the submissive one. If you break eye contact because you're nervous, she reads boy, not man. Friend, not low volume. You got drunk and did 2 approaches and got rejected twice. One of them had a boyfriend. And you think you're cooked? No, you haven't done enough volume. This is a numbers game. You don't get to call it quits until you actually put in those numbers. Too passive. You opened her, but now you're just having a friendly conversation about nothing. No flirting, no direction. If you're not creating tension, she's already putting you in the friend zone. Lead the conversation somewhere or she'll lead it to nowhere. Ignoring the fridges. You approach a group of girls and only talk to the target, her friends now hate you. Women think in a hive mind. If the fridges don't like you, the target won't like you either. Acknowledge and incorporate the group or you are cooked by social proof. Speaking too fast. You're nervous, so you spit the whole opener line out in 1 second. Hey, I thought you were super gorgeous. I had to come talk to you. Now she flinches. Now you sound desperate. Slow down. Relax. Excuse me. Get her attention. Pause. Deliver the line. The calmer you are, the more this looks like it was nothing to you. Self-rejection. She's attractive, so you decide she's out of your league before you even walk over. Why reject yourself when you could go up to her and let her reject you? You might have had a shot, but you're not even giving yourself that chance to find out. You never know until you go and try.
You know, a lot of these modern women be like, oh man, I need to go find myself. I need to go figure out who I am. I need to be free. Thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. But as we know, these modern women out here regretting leaving the good man. Oh, I shouldn't have left. Oh man, I said he was an alpha. He was more of an alpha than you, and he was more of a man than you. And now I realize that all he really wanted me for was to run through me and then put me back out on the street. Will you take me back? No. I called your family, and now your family's blowing up your phone. They want you to take me back.